Hi, Days fans. It's Sunday, and we're going to talk about Friday's episode. And forgive us a little, when we wait 48 hours to do the recap, sometimes we forget necessarily what day something happened. Like, I think we're going to remember pretty much what happened, but whether or not everything we said actually happened on Friday or not, that might get a little screwed up. Sorry.
So let's start with Brady. He is on fire. Eric Martzoff is loving life. They finally gave him a real personality, something that he can sink his teeth into, and he's like hilarious.
He's awesome.
They're trying different stuff, which I'm glad to see. And you know that when he was writing the email and talking to Vivian, at the same time,
I think I've really got your voice here. I think it's time to get it. That's awesome. I have to tell you, because we sometimes get emails from family members. And you can tell, if it's somebody who has a joint account, you can tell which person you're getting the email from just from the voice of the email.
But when Victor read the email, he wasn't convinced.
No. But when he sees all her stuff's gone, what's he going to think? Somebody kidnapped her? Stefano's coming to make, restitution? I mean, Victor's already celebrating, dancing with glee that she's left.
Oh, they showed in the previews where he's like, "Oh, yay!" and Vivian gets to watch it.
He's like 3/4 of the way over to Maggie's house already, telling her, "Guess what? We can be together."
They had a little heart-to-heart. Maggie says that they can't be anything but friends, and they're just like, "I can't accept that. I will not accept that."
I know that Mickey just died in February or January, and I know it's only been like 8 months, but I think Mickey would want you to be happy, Maggie. Move on.
But where did this sudden undying love for Maggie, where did it come from? I don't know. They just made it up.
It was fast, and it was romantic. Yeah. It was awesome. Now, talking about quick things to happen, the fact that they are already talking about pulling the plug on EJ, to me, is ludicrous.
It's so fast.
I would really like to think that if I got shot in the frigging head, honey, you would wait a little while before you just...
But I guess it has nothing to do with time. It's the vitals that are indicating that he's basically brain dead. But let's talk about that. So Sami pulled the plug.
Yeah.
And
he's going to take his first breath on his own.
Of course he is.
For sure.
Joe Masolo, amazing job. I mean, that guy, I may sound like I'm repeating myself, but when he was crying on Elvis's body, his chest or whatever, I mean,
I like the
really
line.
Looked grief-stricken, and I find that those scenes are the ones that really make or break these actors. That's sort of my litmus test, when they have to do a major crying scene showing... Like, Hope is amazing at those. When she found out that Zach was dead, I watched that scene, I'm like, oh my god, this is...
But when Victor comes out of that room, when EJ has his mini stroke, and he says... the time has come. I prayed for a sign from God, and this was a sign, and we need to pull the plug. I mean, here he is agreeing with Sami. Allowing her to do this thing that he could have fought, and maybe she was counting on him fighting.
You say Victor or Stefano?
I mean Stefano. I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean this entire conversation to be about Stefano. Pulling the plug on EJ. For a father to have to do that to a son...
Yeah. No.
That is horrible. I pray God nobody ever has to go through that experience.
So, but I find it kind of funny. Obviously, EJ's going to live and he's going to snap out of it. But I always try to think of okay, so EJ stole the baby. What's going to offset the they do one evil thing and to balance. So now we're even. No, now we're not even. You tried to pull the plug on me, you bitch. You did pull the plug on me. Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't just shoot me, but I think that will be considered all one event.
Yeah, that's all one event. But
just like how he kidnapped Sydney, and then let her believe the baby was dead.
Yeah. So
those are two
now
crimes.
they're even. So now the debts have been cleared and they can go back to being a couple. Sorry, Rafe, you're in big trouble now that you're trying to go after Will. Did you see Sami? She was like a little, rawr, you're going to turn my kid in?
See,
I will protect you. And he will. He will. But he's just saying, I can't protect you from everything. They're going to start asking questions. Right. And, Will is a suspect, like it or not. I mean, I'm not going to, lead them to Will, but they're going to figure it out on their own.
But for a minute there, when she misunderstood him, she looked like, okay, it's over. Yeah. I am done with you on a dime. And I'm like, I don't know that Rafe's going to be able to forget that look on her eye.
The little bump in their
see, we're done.
relationship. But,
I want to go back to EJ. I know this is really nothing to do with today, but EJ letting Sami believe that Sydney was dead only 9 months after she really had lost a baby. Yeah. I mean, that's just really effed up. It wouldn't be good under any circumstances, but after she had just gone through something so horrific.
Yeah.
I don't see how she's ever going to forget.
No, I don't either.
I mean, I know she will, because that's what the whole...
long term.
Yeah, but I just... Whatever.
They just keep raising the stakes on the evilness of...
But does it make you feel better about us as a couple? We don't have these problems.
We're not on a so.
I know, there's that little issue. So yesterday we did get to meet some soap stars.
Martha Madison,
Rachel
Bell, Melvin,
Chelsea, and Patricia Darbo, who I love.
She is a hoot, that woman.
We love her so much. We want to start a campaign to get Patricia Darbo back on Days. So, Nathan, I'm thinking you'd be a good person to run that campaign. But we are going to do it, and we're going to get her back, because she rocks.
Yeah, she is hilarious.
Yeah. I could watch a whole hour of just her talking. I could give up the other characters for her. She's so amazing. And those freaking All My Children guys, they were freaking amazing too. I wanted to stick them in the back of the Explorer and bring them home. They were so freaking cute and friendly and funny.
Even though one lost his job, he was still stiff upper lip.
But he was so nice. JP and I were kind of standing in the background just, I don't know, maybe just checking things out, not really initiating any conversations right away. And Anna Mayfield came up to us and engaged us in a conversation because we clearly were just starstruck.
Yeah.
But wasn't he so sweet?
He was. So let's talk about Will and Kate's little conversation. She's really laying the... Kate's pissing her pants, by the way. I mean, she's freaking out because she feels responsible for EJ's death. And if Stefano... Those two they're not going to be around for a long time. And
their anniversary is coming up. We need to post that video.
If Stefano were to find out that Kate called, he would kill her. I mean, I can't think of a torture worse, bad enough for Stefano to come up with.
Is there any way that Kate's going to get arrested as an accomplice? She is the one who provided Sami with the information.
But Will's good. I hope Will goes to death row and all sorts of crazy crap.
I pray for that.
That'd be awesome. And then at the last minute, Sami says, "It was me! Don't kill him! It was me!" I don't know if she'd let him go to death row.
But she'll let him go.
There is so much potential there because for sure Will is going to be put under the microscope and be charged for this crime, and Sami's going to have so much guilt. And then Rafe is just going to really help layer that guilt, He was there, and they're going to find out that he was there. I mean, they asked him. Somebody asked him, and the police will ask him, where were you? Well, I was at the mansion. He's got motive, as Rafe said.
Who asked him?
Yeah, somebody asked him.
Was it Rafe?
Was it maybe it was Rafe, or was it Kate?
No,
Kate's acting like she's an investigator there, but she wants to know if Sami did it.
I forgot to mention the part about Brady clearing out Vivian's room and taking the freaking ashes of Lawrence, and Vivian's about to jump out of the damn coffin. No!
I'm going to put him in that pet cemetery with the great view.
And that's like all she cares about. The whole reason behind all of this mess is Lauren.
So how long are they going to keep her in the coffin? I mean, how long do you think she can hold her bladder?
Oh, God, don't bring up that, honey. God.
You know, they forget these little things. They keep them there for a week.
I'd like to
no
keep
food, no bathroom.
No, I would like to stay forgotten on that front.
Okay.
I think that he's going to make her watch on video the entire interment ceremony with Maggie and Victor all like lovey-dovey all over each other, and she's going to have to watch it. Well, she gets, and then he's going to let her sweat it out for a bit longer.
Yeah.
I think that's just my opinion. I don't think I have really anything else to contribute at this time.
No. Looking forward to seeing EJ snap out of his coma. And he won't remember who shot. It's a big mystery. I hope they don't do something stupid with those mirrors. That's all I care.
Oh, the mirrors are totally there for stupidness. That is their get out of whatever card of logic is what I call it.
I'd rather the dream card was played than the mirror card.
Oh, I think there's a chance both of them are going to be in there. I think Sami is going to either have dreamed that she went over there and it was really someone else who did it.
Oh, so Will saw a look-alike?
No.
Well, Will saw her.
Will could be lying.
Will's not lying. He says, I saw you. He approached. If he was lying, that would have been a freaking long shot. Or he just suspected.
Or it could be like Sami walked in on the real murder and she's in shock and denied it. This is not my thoughts. It was in the comments.
I don't think
the complete shock of seeing this murder, she's blacked it out, and now when she came to, she started thinking she did it herself.
I have one word for that. Weak.
I think it's something Days would do.
I hope not.
You better hope you're going to apologize to that person for saying it's weak, because that is what's going to happen. She's probably one of the freaking writers.
Okay. Alrighty. That's it. A couple that watches Stays Together.
Stays Together.